So when I was in LA, I did a few showcases with this company called Ace Studios. They'd bring in 3 managers, and I think maybe they had like 20 slots, so like 20 actors get to perform for 3 managers. They get to do like a monologue, which was great because it's really hard to get face-to-face time with reps, agents, managers. It's hard to get noticed. You can email, you can call, but odds are you're never going to hear anything. So to have a chance to get feedback and perform for reps, it's a great opportunity. And I know some people don't like pay to play type stuff, but the reality is $50 or $100 if you did it twice like I did. So $100 in a year to give you just a little bit of hope. And I don't know, it's a performance. Like if you're not booking, if you're not on set, you just have a chance to perform. And I take that every time. Obviously, I'm not going to do it every week, but just a couple times a year just to, I don't know, get positive feedback and know you're heading in the right direction. Like someone, maybe not this rep, but maybe someone will take a chance on you one day. And regardless, again, you're an actor. It's a performance you get to perform.
It's time.
Lights, camera, Dean!
It's funny, the last one I did, so the second one, was actually the week that sort of changed my life. I think right after that, maybe the next day or the day after, I developed severe vertigo, and it really, that's a whole nother video, but that's like big factor in my time in LA, like the year and a half, like not getting to take advantage of it.
I can crawl like Skylar.
So in September of 2022 was the second one I did for Ace. And I was doing a scene from a pilot that actually did go onto air. It's still on the air. And it's the end of the episode, and there's this like will they, won't they type thing between 2 characters, and they just can't right now. There's these things in their lives, these factors that are preventing them from being together or vocalizing their feelings for one another. And it's kind of sad, but the thing is though, I know I'm not right for this character, and like how I played it is not how it's played like on the show right now at all. I'm gonna take this character and I'm gonna do what I want with the character. I'm gonna take it where I want to take it, and so I did. I didn't over prepare, which is a big thing. Like Viola Davis has this great quote. I'm not sure exactly, if you're an actor you probably know what it is, but the idea is, if you know exactly what you're gonna do, there's no spontaneity. You're just, regurgitating what you already did, and like it's memorization. It's not acting. So the scene was not going how I wanted it to at all. It just felt off. It felt weird. It felt like I was doing the worst acting I've ever done. Well, not necessarily.
Sorry. Yeah, of course it was the worst acting I've ever done.
No, it wasn't.
It didn't feel how I knew it could, and then all of a sudden, I noticed her. I noticed the girl I was reading with, and I really saw her for the first time. And I think if you're an actor, you know, if you get a reader, like for a self-tape, or just you're putting yourself on tape and you get someone who's a reader, maybe they're not an actor, maybe it's just they're not a right fit for the character that you're opposite, and so you're maybe used to, like, maybe they're not giving you what you need, so you just have to act like around it and act as if they are. So I didn't notice her, and then all of a sudden I did, and I noticed she was gorgeous. I noticed how pretty this girl I was reading with was, and then all of a sudden the scene was real. The scene changed. It was like I didn't have to think about anything. I was saying the words of the scene, but it was, I've never really had anything like it in terms of that sort of like self-tape setting. The second half of that scene was a million times better because I paid attention. I finally saw her, and she was stunning. And it's not like I finished the scene, thanked everyone and then left and thought of her again. It's not like I walked away with a crush on her. It's like, oh, who was that? I have to see her again. No, it was just in the moment, the scene was real, and I saw her for what she is, a beautiful girl. Just like this, will they, won't they, in the pilot, and these feelings. And it was fascinating, and I think it's a lesson not necessarily just for acting, but in life. Look at what's in front of you. Pay attention, and really pay attention, because you'll never know. And I'm not saying like this is like a romantic thing either. It's just any aspect of your life. You may not see what's in front of you, see how great your life is, or I don't know any examples right now, but it's just listen. pay attention. There could be something more to what's happening in your life right now. And in an acting sense, it's an excuse, not necessarily an excuse, but like it's a chance to not act. Like the less you have to act when you're acting, that's the goal. The more real it can be. Like you're less of an actor and it's just happening. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe it makes me sound like a douche, but it's the truth. It's a cheat code for acting. It's like less acting and more just being. That makes me really sound like an artsy douche, but it's the truth. So yeah, I had a great time. Sadly, my life took like a downward tailspin after this, and it took me a while to like really recover. And then even then, like other side of that, the strikes, and then couldn't land a day job, and then I ended up having to move away. I'm still an actor. I'll always be an actor, but in the trenches, not so much anymore. But this was a hell of a story I've wanted to tell for a while. It feels weird because I'm not like someone who's done anything in acting to like give acting advice or like tell these sort of stories. But it's just, I find it to be a fascinating story, and I think there's a lesson in there. Like I've said, for life, but also as an actor, it's like pay attention, listen, and I'll take you a long way. Take care.